Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So I get a question pretty often, and that question is, how do I afford my cars? And the answer to that question is pretty obvious. I save my money very aggressively. Now, to put that into detail, when you get paid, you take half of that paycheck, you put it in savings. Then obviously you pay your bills with it, right? And then you take $200 to $300 and you use that for food, gas, and entertainment. Now, everybody is different, of course, but essentially it's about $200 to $300. Once that $200 to $300 is gone, that is it. You are broke. Do not go in your savings account because you have no money. Now, that's the mindset that led to me building the car that I've always wanted as a kid and essentially paying this car off. But unfortunately, this car that we built, that we always wanted as a kid, that cool car that every kid wanted when they were a kid, they grew up and they got, this is that car, kind of, sort of course it is Matuda that adds to that equation. But this car, it got some problems that we need to fix today. So we're gonna discuss that right now. Now, one of those problems that we have to fix today is gonna be the air suspension. So what's going on is we have two compressors. By the way, this setup is really nice and clean, I love it. But we have two compressors, right? Well, there's only one that's working, and it's kind of an inconvenience because I have two for a reason. So it kind of takes longer to put air inside that tank. So we need to figure out what's going on with that today. Now, another issue that we have is one of my fog lights is not working. It's gonna be that left one right over there. Now, it bugs me because I use my fog lights every time I use my lights, right? Like, they're not there for no reason. Now, the cool thing is I know exactly why it's not working. That connector is corroded, so we just gotta clean it out. But as far as that compressor, I have no idea why it's not working. But hey, I know what works. The engine. See, I debated on turning off the pops because they were beginning to get like a little too much, but I don't drive this car on a daily, so when I do drive it, I'm not gonna lie, like, it does add like just that cherry on the top to the driving experience. So I just had to stop and do a moment of appreciation because it's been 1 year with the setup and this car looks just as good as it did the first day that we did it, minus the rear quarter panel. Of course, we'll get that fixed eventually, but it's been a year and I still haven't got tired of this setup. I don't think I ever will. This car looks amazing, dude. I mean, look at it. It just looks so good. If I could park this car, I said this on my Instagram, if I could park this car in my room, bro, I would. It looks good. So, I don't know if you guys remember, but a while back, we hit something like that I thought was a mud rock like that. There's a car coming. And it ended up being like a concrete rock. I ran it over in a Nismo and it basically like destroyed my oil pan, and I would hate for somebody else to go through that, so why not do a good deed? So we're gonna be switching something up on the Nismo. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing to go home and write about, right? It's gonna be something small. Now, it's out for delivery. You guys know our past history. Because of the fact that I got something on that truck, it's gonna wait till the absolute last minute to get here, but it's all good. Like I said, it's nothing big. I'm actually tell you what it is. It's a shift knob. It's a shifter knob for the car. Now, we already have one on there, but I kind of wanted to switch it up. Now, there's technically 3 things that we're switching up on that car. I already have one's on the way here, and then one's still being made. So I will show you the shifter when it gets here, the shift knob, but the other thing that's on its way, you're just gonna have to wait till it gets here. All right, now we need to fix this. Let's get to it. You see, if I wiggle the connection, it comes on. So taking this off to get a better look, the reason why it doesn't work is because it is corroded. We need to figure out first how to clean that, and then the second how to prevent that, because that's not good. So how I'm going to attempt to fix this is I'm gonna take a steel brush and I guess try to brush it. It's kind of weird. Also, cannot let this touch the bumper because it will destroy it. All right, it's clean. I don't know if it did something, but we'll find out. All right, moment of truth. Let's see. Nothing. It did nothing. So I ended up taking off, whoop, I had those touching. I ended up taking off the harness itself, and I'm just gonna clean it real good, and then I'm gonna try to bend these tabs back just so that it can connect a little better. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna try to bend them because right now it's kind of loose. It just goes on and off very easily, so I'm gonna bend it back, see if I can get a little tighter, and then we'll put it back and see if it works. All right, moment of truth. Let's see. Ta-da! Ha! It actually worked. Let's go. Let's go. Now we have both fog lights working. Man, those haven't been working at the same time for over a year. So it's good that we actually took care of that. Now it's time to move on to the harder part of the fixing saga that we're on today. And that's trying to figure out why out of two compressors, one of them was working. Now, for those of you who don't know, when you have an air suspension setup, you're supposed to have a safety valve. I think that's what they call it. If that's not what they call it, that's what we're gonna call it today. So this safety valve is meant so that if the pressure in this tank exceeds to where it's supposed to be at, obviously it's gonna blow up, right? So this allows it so that it doesn't do that. So what you do is you pull it. Now that's what happens. It's kind of a scary noise, but I'm doing that so I can allow the compressors to come on. There we go. All right, so this compressor is working, this one's not. Now I do have one unplugged, and that's because it doesn't work. So it's plugged in, right? But it still doesn't want to come on. It's only this one that's coming on. So if we switch this over, let's see if it jumps over from this compressor to this compressor. I swap this over to this one, and then this one works. So that means that this line right here is dead. So this connection right here, the one that's going to the battery or how it's getting power, whatever, it's dead. Like, it's not working. I don't know why. So we need to figure out, like, is it a ground that came loose? Is it the actual management itself that's gone bad? I'm not sure what's going on, but we need to figure it out. If you guys can't tell already, I am a troubleshooting fanatic. I love figuring out why things don't work when they're supposed to work, especially when it comes to electricity and wiring, electronics, all of that. That's my forte right there. I feel right at home. Cool thing with this thing is you can actually send power, either power or ground, but you just have to be very careful. Now, I've seen some people blow some stuff up with this stuff, but basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna see what's not joining the party. Is it the positive or the negative? So let me see. That's the one that, oh, that's not supposed to happen. Actually, maybe jump. So we're gonna disconnect that. Let's see. So ground is working. So then it must be the positive. Now, if the positive is not joining the party, it could possibly be a relay. Let's see. Yeah, so ground and ground. So that means there's either a fuse blown or the relay, something's not joining the party. So that makes perfect sense. I'm gonna bet my undies that it's gonna be one of these relays, bro. Watch. So we're just gonna screw these up. All right, so here's how we're gonna do it. Now, I unplugged this relay. I don't know which is what. So I just unplugged that one. We're just gonna assume that that's the bad one. We're gonna plug both of them in. Actually, no, I can't do that because then I don't know if it came on at the same time. So I have an extra relay laying around. We're gonna plug it in and see if it works. If it fixed it. Let's go. Let's go! What? That was it? Let's go, baby! Wait. Oh! Let's go! I haven't had both compressors working for the absolute longest time. So the fact that it was a relay this whole entire time is insane. They're both working, bro. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Wow, I'm so happy, bro. This hasn't been working for the longest time, guys. The longest time. Yeah, it's gonna be a little louder in here because now both compressors are on, but it should literally minimize the time of putting air in that tank. Bro, I am juiced. Let's go. If I would have known it was a relay this whole time, I would have been did that. Obviously, I didn't know that, but bro, I'm so happy that it was that easy. Let's go. Look how quick that was. That's crazy. Let's go. I'm so happy. So to put that in perspective of how quick that was, it took roughly a minute to put about a little over 30 PSI in the tank. Before, it used to take like 2-3 minutes to put about 30 PSI in the tank. Bro, I am extremely happy now. Now, there's really nothing wrong with this car other than that quarter panel. I always tell you guys that. We gotta put the disclaimer out there. But other than that, there's really nothing wrong with that car. Pretty much fixed everything wrong with it. So I'm gonna spend like the next hour cleaning this car up. I've done it so many times on camera. I know you guys don't want to see it, but the engine bay is pretty dirty. I had to drive it when it was raining. And yeah, we don't run under panels, so of course all that dirt, dust, and water and all that stuff got inside. And it's looking pretty disgusting. I cleaned it before we went to Lake 2, so I know it was spotless. And then I also have to vacuum the inside because Yeah, it's not that bad, but it's that bad. So the mail lady normally comes around like 3 o'clock, like around 2 to 3 o'clock, right? Oh look, there she goes. It is 4:45. See, it's not that big of a deal, like not at all, but I'm just saying, they be doing this on purpose. All right, let's go ahead and open this. Let's see what it looks like. I don't want to drop it. Okay, cool. Right, here we go. Nothing too crazy. There it is. The new shift knob for the Nismo. Now you're probably wondering, okay, what's so special about that? Well, let me go ahead and get this. Oh my goodness gracious. Shit. That's so clean, bro. You cannot tell me that's not clean. Oh my gosh, bro. That is so sick. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Look, I had to come over here because it wouldn't focus, but look at this. Bro, that is so sick. I might be over exaggerating, but I'm a sucker for stuff like this. Like, bro, this is so sick. I think the reason why it's so sick is because when it's not in the sun, it literally looks like a gloss black shift knob with like silver flakes. Bro, that's so sick. I'm for sure gonna have to grab a clip for Instagram real quick. Which, by the way, if you guys are not following me on Instagram, make sure that you do so, because that's where you're gonna see all like behind the scene clips, videos, and all that stuff. Make sure that you guys follow me on Instagram. I will put the links in the bio and on the screen right here. Not the links, but I'll put the @ on the screen right here. Now, like I stated, this shift knob is gonna be for the Nismo. Turn light on in here. Now, this is the one that we have in here now. Let me see if I can get this one out. I don't think it's bigger. It might be bigger. It doesn't look like it's bigger. Let me see. Let me hold this. It might be bigger. Not too sure. If not, it's the same size. But this is a new shift knob for the Nismo. Now, as you guys see, we have like a red collar. And of course, with this color, that collar might look a little weird. So I did get a gloss black collar. It's either satin or gloss black, one of the two. But again, I have one more thing coming for this car. I'm not going to say what. If you guys can put 2 and 2 together, and you already know what it is. That is so sick. I'm so hyped for this. But it's been about two or 3 weeks. It's been since the last video with this car. That's the last time since we installed the differential in this car. That's the last time I started this car. So I'm gonna go ahead and start it, and I'm gonna let you guys enjoy some nice, natural, single turbo E85 start from a 370Z Nismo. Make sure that you guys follow me on Instagram, but I'm gonna end it right here. I will catch you in the next one. Peace out, stay safe, and stay tuned.
Whoa. Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believe me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic gotta say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap back. You ain't fitting for it, cause you all cap like.